All right. Patreon members, I did a video for you guys, but it's still it's not really uploading. I guess it's processing. So as soon as that's done processing, I will put it in the Patreon for you guys. But I did do a reading for you guys. Okay, so you guys will be getting that soon. And my nose, I've been sneezing all day, y'all. I don't feel sick, but hopefully I'm not getting sick. But my nose been running. It's been very, very runny. So we might have some blowing the nose in this video. Holy Spirit Angel, guys, what do we have for this storyline? What do we have for the storyline? Okay, someone's going through the dark night of soul. Someone's shadow side is awakening, or they're awakening to it. This is somebody who's been very cold and detached. Oh, this is a masculine. So this masculine is realizing some things about himself. He's realizing that he's been operating out of his shadow. His spirit guides, his spirit team is assisting him right now. So they're revealing this to him. They're working on this masculine. What else? Holy Spirit Angel guides. They could have been resistant for a time to this awakening, but their toxicity is being revealed to them. This person is in hermit mode right now because they're self-caring. And they're also remembering themselves, their higher self. It's being activated. Their higher self is... Did I put this on? Hold on. Okay, there you go. Because I didn't know if I had this on unlisted or if I had it on public. But this person, it's like they've been very closed off, guarded, resistant to really changing. And I feel like right now they're suffering in silence, or they could have been suffering in the past. But in spring, there was a seed that was planted for this person to grow. This is when they started growing and seeing things. Or maybe that's when the seed was planted. But in this moment, I feel like they're awakening to their behavior, their toxicity. And they want forgiveness. So they know that they're the ones that need to apologize. Hold on, y'all. Y'all gonna be having a lot of that because I guess we getting sick. I don't know. I don't feel sick, but my nose is running. I just woke up and it was running today. All right. Hey, guys. Hi, Ariane. Hey, Brenna. Hey, Doctor. Hi, MVP. Hi, Greg. How am I going to wash my hands? I'm reading. I'm not going to get up every 2 seconds to wash my hands. It's my cards. I'm okay. It's just a runny nose. Thank you, Evergreen. I'll be fine. I got my tissue. I got everything. So we're going to catch it. But I don't know if this... I think in the past, this person felt some sort of lack. Even if they couldn't really address it, right? Thank you, Brenna. Even if they couldn't address it or figure out what the issue was, something could have made them feel like they were suffering. But they were resisting. We have separation, longing. Okay, so they're missing somebody as well. They know they owe somebody an apology. Something happened in spring with this person. I think this is when the seed was planted. So, you know, sometimes when the seed is planted, it doesn't sprout right away, right? It needs some time. But it is going to sprout if it has the right sunlight, if it has the right proper care. It's going to sprout. So I feel like maybe the person that they're missing could have said something, right? That kind of like awakened them. But they didn't fully see it right away, but there was truth to it. And then maybe as time went on and that person wasn't really improving, because it caused somebody to walk away. And like, this is a separation, so I'm assuming the feminine walked away, right? And as the feminine walked away, that seed that they planted, it stayed there with them, because it's like this person, they're now like putting all the pieces together why this person walked away. Hey, Nani. They're putting all the pieces together like why this person walked away. But again, it's because they're being guided. So their spirit guides are working with them. They are going through the dark night of the soul, though. So they might not have a whole bunch of great emotions coming up. And then I think it's a super moon or something like that. I don't know about the moon cycles, but I do know from my readings, when I read timelines, it's like those timelines come up. So I think this might be that timeline. Hi, Kelvin. This might be that timeline that those realizations are coming in. All right, tell me more about this energy. Why was this person cold in the past? Why were they cold? I look like a singer. My mic. Why were they cold? Oh. Why were they cold in the past? Why were they cold in the past? Four of Swords. No, I didn't think to do the eyebrow. Somebody had said they did their eyebrow like that. Why were they cold in the past? I think this person wanted to protect themselves. The crazy thing though, it's like in their secret time, their space, they're very romantic. They want marriage. Like when they think about this, it makes them really happy. You know, they wanted to give love to somebody. But then I feel like this energy is still this person being focused on this person they want to give an apology to. I'm not sure that's the whole reason why they were cold. They were just detached. Because I'm not really seeing heartbreak from like an ex. I think this was more of this person's mindset. Just their mindset about love. So it's not that they were brokenhearted, because they wanted marriage. They actually saw marriage with this person that they're missing. But that person walked away. Hold on, y'all. And that's what they're thinking. That's what disappointed them right now. So they're not really hung up from nobody from the past. Thank you, Dottie. They're not hung up from nobody from the past. That's not it. They're actually like hung up on this connection. Right? So what they're saying is that they wanted marriage. They wanted romance. This connection made them happy. They were really excited about providing for it. But it ended up in disappointment. So I don't think they thought they were cold. We have Justice and we have the Empress. So I think their behavior confused the Empress. Because they wanted the power, they wanted the control over the situation, how things were going to go. We have King of Swords and the Moon. So I do think this had to do with their perspective on love. I think they felt like they're the provider, they're the giver, so things move on their timing. So it was more so of like they wanted this feminine and they were moving towards her, but they wanted to move slow for when they were ready, and they felt like because they were someone who has status, there's someone who have something to give, that when they chose this Empress, they would be able to have her. But that had to do with their mentality. Oh, this nose. Because that's how society works, right? It's like, with society, it's like the more you have, sorry, y'all, I keep twisting. The more you have, the more you're respected. It's like you're seen as valuable. So they seen her as a catch. So it's like, well, if if like, it's like somebody who's wealthy or rich, right? They don't have to be, but I'm making that example of like somebody who's rich and wealthy. And it's like, it's not that they're trying to buy somebody. They don't really, they know that there's people who are gold diggers, but they don't really worry about it as much as somebody who doesn't have it. You get me? Like, they would know how to pick a person for them. They're not going to marry someone that they know is just going to rob them, but they don't think it's wrong with someone expecting them to provide. You get what I'm saying? So this masculine didn't have a problem giving, but it's like he's not going to give until he's ready to choose his partner. He might not have been in the space where he was ready to choose a partner, but he had an attachment to this Empress. But he might have had thoughts in that moment, like, if I was to choose a partner, if I was ready right now, I think I would like that Empress. But I'm not ready right now, so I'm going to move very, very slowly. And his behavior with that thinking could have confused her because how he sees it. So it makes sense why that would kind of be hard for him to see through her lens, because of what his upbringing is. Just like she has an expectation, he does too. So he's like, what's the problem? Like, I'm moving towards her, but when I'm ready, I'll make an offer. Not out of like malicious control, but it does come with the arrogance of like, I'm the man. If this is a man, it could be a woman in masculine energy too, but it's like, I'm the masculine, so I'm supposed to take care of everything. And if I take care of everything, I'm respected. Like, things run on my timing, right? So that ego was there for this masculine. Even though he didn't have bad intentions, his ego was still there of like, I don't think he was as emotional about the connection. He was just more logical about the connection. He focused on the practicality of the relationship, not the spiritual aspect, not the actual love of the connection. It sucks when you're blowing your nose and it's just like water. It's not even much of anything coming out. It's just water. It's just waste tissue because it's just water. But anyways, he's focused on her. He's like, I ain't stuck on no ex. I don't want no ex. I'm stuck on her. But he's like reflecting. He didn't realize he was so detached. He didn't realize he was so cold, or he was coming off that way. Thank you, Kyle. Hi, Zania. Hi, Latrice. He didn't know. He wasn't thinking from her perspective that he was coming off cold or detached, right? Like, he wasn't recognizing that he wasn't really engaging, being a part of the connection. He was just seeing things from his little old world, his perspective. But now he's getting clarity about why this connection ended. He's having a breakthrough moment. This is helping him grow. This is why he's still holding back, moving slow, because, you know, his spirit guides are assisting him. So his spirit guides, I think his spirit guides use this feminine to help him grow, even if she wasn't aware of it. Because he knows who she is. He knows she's an empress, and he's saying, like, I wanted to marry her, but I didn't know that but I think he was taking his time. You get me? Like, even if it was like 3 years, 4 years, it don't matter. It's like, I feel like this masculine was just taking his time. He wanted to still be connected to her enough for, it's like he wanted like a friendship with her, but like on his terms. Like, when he comes in, he wants her to be available to him, but she doesn't have the same availability or access to him. And again, it's that, like, that thinking of, like, because I'm the man, right? So he's missing like the emotional part of the connection himself, the feminine part of himself, not really connected. I'm so glad I did not do a full face of makeup, because it would be toe up. Like, I only have concealer on. I don't have on foundation. But if I have foundation, the way I'm blowing my nose, all of this would just be toe up. But anyway, it's like he's also learning how to be a partner, how to love, because I think he just didn't know how to be one. I think he felt like him having status, him having wealth, him being abundant, him being able to provide was the qualification for a relationship. But it's more than that. Right? Hi, Yiki. I'm on the TV. Oh, God. Don't look at my pores. I'm just playing. I don't think you could even see them. But, so how you typing if you watching on the TV? You on your phone, too. But, or you typing off the TV. Oh, my God. But anyways, he thought like his wealth, his status, how he looked, what he had, whatever, his stability was enough. So I feel like he was more practical than he was spiritual. She's probably more spiritual than she is practical. Yeah, because that's typically how it goes. The feminine is more spiritual, the masculine is more practical. And again, this is not about gender, it's about feminine, masculine energy, right? And it bounces back and forth. So I feel like he needed to become more spiritual like her to align to her. She needed to become more practical like him to align to him, so that they can be the perfect match, counterparts. And that's how counterparts work in the connection in their journey. It's the duality, right? Of the feminine, masculine energy, not shadow, light. Feminine, masculine toxicity does play a role in it, but the toxicity comes from the programming, the shedding, upbringing, those types of things. Once it's shown, once it's seen, the changes begin to happen. This masculine isn't somebody who's going to stay stagnant and not grow. Once he's aware of the problem issue, he does the work and he grows. So right now he's saying, like, I need to apologize to this feminine. I owe her an apology, because he's just now realizing that he was not participating in the connection. He just wanted it. He saw it. And even though he had good intentions towards it, he didn't give to it. So this Empress doesn't know how he feels. This Empress doesn't know that he wanted something serious with her in the future. Even if he felt like he wasn't fully ready in this moment and he was preparing for it, he still never communicated any of those things. It was just more so of like, I want this and I'm gonna go get this. I'm gonna prepare for this. But he needed to communicate and express. So she does make him happy. She's helped him grow. He has love for her. And he's disappointed in how things turn out because he's like, she's the one that I want to marry. I don't want nobody else. I'm not stuck on nobody else. I know what I want. I manifested her. But he's also feeling like his manifestation is running away. His manifestation is moving. So he needs to change. But we got a Page of Wands. I feel like even if he comes towards her, because I think he's going to get the courage to do it. Right? This is going to be new for him. I think he's still going to make mistakes in the connection because he's been single for so long. And she's different from anybody that he's ever encountered. I think that's also why it was hard for him, because he's used to being the man in the situation. He's used to getting away with the behavior that he has because he dealt with people who are toxic as well, who have that conditioned mindset. We've all been there. I was in the same situation with my ex-husband, right? Like, my ex-husband isn't a bad person, but both of our upbringings, us being young, us not doing inner work, knowing about healing, we just got programmed even more. Went to Christianity, really felt restricted, right? So it's like, no matter what problems you having in your marriage, divorce is not an option. So when you got people telling you how to live, when you got people putting their belief system on you, or you being raised in it, it's kind of hard for you to see any different, know any different. Even if you want to do something different, you don't know where to begin. So with this masculine, that's what it is. It's not that he was being mean intentionally. Or trying to have power in the situation, even though he was. That's the duality. It's a subconscious thing. It's a subconscious response to love. The masculine archetype, we got a King of Swords. We got a lot of Libra, Virgo, Aquarius. I mean, all the air signs. We got heavy Gemini, heavy Libra. We have Leo. Scorpio. That's pretty much that I see for right now. But take it as it resonates. Doesn't matter. Right? They're also archetypes. But I do think this masculine is a King of Swords. He's air energy archetype. Because he's more rational, logical about his decision making. Even if he's an earth sign, even if he's a fire sign, when it comes to him making decisions, he's very clinical in his approach to it. So in love, he's clinical to the approach. It's like 1 + 1 = 2. You get me? Like, you do this, you do that, and then this is the outcome. And I think that in his reality, it worked that way. Like, he got what he wanted. He always was the upper hand. He always was looked up upon, needed. This feminine challenged all of that. So her perspective of what she wanted in a partner and the way they were showing up confused her. And then I think he was also confused on why she's confused. Right? because he would come in and out, but from his perspective, it's like him coming in and out, it's like, but I'm still here. I'm still showing you that I'm here. Even if I'm not here every day, it's because I don't want to be in a relationship, but I'm showing interest in you, that I'm still coming in. But it's like, that's not how love works. No. Right? So for her, she's like, you're not doing enough. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm moving towards you. Right? So two different perspectives. But like I said, now he's having an awakening. I don't know what Michael is saying. Now that he's having this awakening, it's like now that he's having this awakening, hold on, they're airheads. Oh my God, Daddy. Oh, where do I come from? What do you mean? Like, where was I born? If you're looking like where I was born in Belize. He corrected himself. Give him a chance. I don't know if he'll be able to text back. Oh, you just deleted it. You didn't block him, so he'll be able. Why shouldn't be in that sentence? Okay, okay. We didn't know. It's Michelle. Okay, it's Michelle. We didn't know Michelle. We didn't know if you was being negative or what. So you was about to get blocked. But it's okay. I'm from Belize. I'm from Belize, but I was raised in California. I was raised in the States. No, it's not in America. It's actually underneath Mexico. You're doing good, Nani. It's underneath Mexico. A small little country underneath Mexico. But they're growing. So again, that this happened in the springtime. Something happened in the springtime to where this person is realizing like they need to grow. But I think this problem could have started occurring in spring. Right? It was being mentioned that like you know when you tell someone something and then what I think happened is this feminine told this masculine something, because with that swords, it also tells me that there were communication about his behavior. But I think it was in doses. It wasn't like 100% upright. Okay. It wasn't 100% upright. Wait, my bad. I'm getting distracted. Michelle was distracted me, but I'm not answering no more. They also there was communication about his behavior, but I think that he didn't fully understand what was wrong in the situation. So he could have made a small change, like a small progress, right? Like maybe he started hitting her up more often, but still maybe wouldn't address the issues that were being had. So in his own way, he was trying, but it's like he didn't really understand fully what the issue was, right? So I feel like the issue started in spring, and now it's barely beginning to come to his awakening, his mind. It's moving from the subconscious to the front of his mind, where it's like, because it's like a tower moment happened. It led up to this moment where she finally pulled her energy and walked away, because it's like they're not making any changes. They're not progressing. They're doing the same thing. And now it's hitting him like maybe he was confused why she walked away, but now it's like, that's why she walked away. Because she saw me as somebody who was being detached. She didn't think that I liked her. She didn't think that I wanted her. So it's now clicking to him like, oh, she felt like I wasn't interested. But then it's like they could also analyze their own behavior, and it's like, well, maybe I was coming off uninterested because my actions, but it's like everything was in his head. Because remember, in his mind, he's like, I was going to marry her. What you mean? He's like, I'm not heartbroken over nobody. I don't want nobody. He's like, that is not it. So he not worried about nobody else. Like, even if he was dealing with somebody else, it was never an issue for him to choose what he wanted. He just had a different approach to love. But he's growing. He's closing out this cycle. Like I said, he's learning how to be a partner. So he's balancing out himself. He's doing it as quick as he can because he does want to commit to her. He wants to get her attention again. And he keeps watching her to see if she's still single, right? Because he's making plans. He's working. But he is trying to come in the right energy. So he's not trying to waste any more time, like holding back from her. He's just trying to make sure that, like, I like this masculine because he's taking accountability now. I think he really just didn't see his behavior as an issue. But now he's seeing his behavior as an issue. He wants the Queen of Wands. He's seeing his behavior as an issue. And it's like, it's making sense to him why she pulled away, why she blocked him. Because he gave her no King of Cups energy. He gave her no emotions. All the emotions he felt or he does feel, he kept them inside. He kept them to him. So he didn't want to share any part of himself with her. But he wanted her to be there. So it's, I don't think he likes that realization that that's why she walked away. Because he has to fix it. And he doesn't know. I mean, it's like, on one hand, it's like, okay, it makes sense. Now I understand. I have clarity why she walked away. Because he's beginning to see things through her eyes. But on the other hand of it, it's like, but now what if we can't have this relationship anymore because she doesn't want me? He knows he's going to have to fight to get her back, get on her good side again. He's going to have to apologize. I mean, he's going in and out of his emotions because there's also the part where he's just like, damn, I had the opportunity to be with her right there and I didn't take it. Like, it's like now they wish that they took that opportunity because it created so much of a mess. And even if they go back towards her, they don't know if they're going to have another opportunity with her, right? But I do see this masculine right now working on himself. He's having his realizations. I don't see him taking action towards her right now. This is kind of a time for him to have these realizations before moving forward, because he needs to learn this lesson for himself and for the relationship, right? He needs to be more in tune with his feminine energy and his emotions, more in touch with his emotions. Once he balanced that out, then the connection will be more ready, because it's not that this masculine needs to like work on his finances or material success and all of those things. It's like he's ready to settle down. His journey is almost complete. He just needs to learn these couple lessons when it comes to love, because his heart is for her. He doesn't want anybody else, but he needs to stop the cold behavior. He needs to change his perception on how you love and how you show up as a partner. Like, no one is a possession, or no one has power over the other. It's a two-way thing, and she has feelings just like he does, and his actions matter in the way he shows up. He can't claim something and think that he'll have it when he's ready. So, hi Carlos. So it's like he's growing. He's making those changes. He's going through the dark night of soul, which is good. We all have to go through the dark night of soul. When we make it through, then it's like we've healed. We've healed those major blockages, right? Not, it doesn't mean we're 100% healed, like, but we're healed enough for connection because we've healed the major blockages, which is the toxicity, the things that we've been bound to, the patterns that we repeat that we need to cut out. But in his defense, he got away with it. Like, nobody checked him. He didn't know nothing was wrong with his behavior. So when she was checking him, he didn't know how to handle that. I'm sure it triggered his ego because we have other readings, right? I told y'all all my readings are connected. I do twin flame counterparts. They're two different journeys. Sometimes they, depend on who you're dealing with, they shift back and forth. But the reason why he did the other things he did was a result of his detachment, of how he thought about love and himself. So now he's awakening to the problems, the issue. With him being a King of Swords archetype, he's going to look at things from her perspective, his perspective, and he's going to find the middle ground and how to fix it. So I see him moving towards her in the future, but that moment isn't right now. Right now, he's just thinking he's healing, which he needs time to do, and preparing himself because, you know, he's gonna have to go towards her for him. He's gonna have to find out if she wants him or not. Hi, Jerry. He has to know for himself if she wants him or not. I don't think he's just gonna give up on her. Especially with all the soul work that she's awakened in him. Hi, Sandra. And the work that he's doing on himself. Like, he's gonna move towards her. He's moving in her direction. It's just a delay because he has to heal. And the healing will be worth it. So it's like this person is worth the wait because they're healing. It's not like they're playing games, and you get me? They recognize what the issue is. And they're healing so they could be a good partner for her. So it will be up to that feminine when he returns, if she wants to give him an opportunity or not. But yeah, that's what we have on the storyline, Blue Butterfly Gang. So right now we are not doing personals. We're only doing the Patreon, which is like collective personals. And then when I finish creating the website, which will probably be up in like 2 weeks, then you guys can book personals again. But all the information you guys need to know about me will always be in the description box. And thank you guys for watching. If it resonated with you guys, give me a big fat thumbs up. If you're new, my name is Queen She. There's videos on the homepage as well. And I will see you guys next time. I am doing zodiacs right now. So you guys might get some of them tonight and then some of them tomorrow. So that's where I'm going to be right now. I'm not going to do them live because they're not going to be on the live tab. They're going to be on the homepage. A lot of you guys miss them when they're on the live tab. Because it's more saturated with collective readings that people come in for. So I think you guys will be able to see them on the homepage more. But anyways, that's what I have for you guys. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you, Kiki. Patreon. So Patreon is in the description. Patreon, you become a member. It's $10 a month. We do video, all the TikTok live replays that I do, they go on the Patreon. We do affirmations. We do collective personals. So those readings are like, if you don't, maybe it's not even if you can't afford a personal, but if you can't, it's another way to see what work you need to do on yourself in this journey, because you do need to do inner work and heal. So it's more focused on you guys' energy. Every now and again, we do an hour reading on what's the tea. And then that's just like whatever comes out, but it's structured. So it's like Mondays we do what Spirit wants you guys to focus, just like we do it for the collective, but it's for the personal group in there, right? And then we do on Wednesdays a career reading. Fridays we do a love message on like the lessons you're learning in love. So it's kind of like a community where you're learning about yourself more than just hearing the readings that are coming out in that perspective. Oh, you're the one who emailed me. Oh, you moved from TikTok. Okay, okay. Yeah, you guys can definitely join the Patreon. Today I did an affirmation. I actually did a video before I came on here, but it's like processing with YouTube. So once that's done, then I'm gonna post it in there. And then once I have the personals up, then you guys can book a personal, of course. But I do my personals different. Like I don't take questions or anything like that. And I don't ask you guys for any information. Message is purely from spirit. But I do it in a way where it's helping you trust your intuition, because it's like I'm either confirming something you know in your heart you've already been told by spirit, whether that's you moving on from something or having patience for something. And as you guys are following me on here and I explain the twin flame dynamic, counterpart dynamic, you'll be able to tell the energy for yourself as you're going through the journey. So spirit is going to be guiding you directly. I'm just the vessel, the messenger. So literally it's like you're being guided. I act as a guide rather than telling you what you need to do. You decide what you need to do, but I'll give you the information. It's okay, Earth Angel. It's cool. I know some of you guys silently support, and that's okay. It's okay. But I appreciate you guys all for the support, whether you comment or you just like, you share, you know, or you just like, yay, go she. I appreciate the support. We have a great community. Yeah, it gets overwhelming. I feel like one of the biggest things on this journey is to just focus on you, regardless of all the information coming, because it's like in divine timing it's gonna come together. So when somebody is doing something that's like questionable and it's not making you feel good, then just move forward, continue moving forward, because most likely if it's making you feel like confused, they're most likely in toxic energy. They're not in counterpart energy, right? Because with counterparts, they might confuse you, but by the time you meet a counterpart, you guys are going to be more detached. You won't be like the same way you were in the karmic relationships, where you're more like overwhelmed and feeling them, and you get me, because you've already beat that obstacle. So it's most likely a twin flame dynamic if it's stressing you like that. Thank you, Earth Angel. If it's stressing you like that, it's most likely a twin flame connection, because those create that rattle. And that's why I tell you guys book readings, because when you're dealing with a twin flame, those connections is a mirror of things you need to work through. So it's like, it's supposed to make you feel chaotic. It's supposed to shake you up. It's supposed to make you, because it's like there's toxic patterns you have on yourself and things that you're bounded to. But that twin flame, their behavior, the way they pull on your shadow, it's trying to bring that up, but you're not aware of what the issue actually is, because it's not going to be in plain sight. You get me? It hits you to the core. But you can graduate through it. You can get through it and attract better, but it's like, it's just a part of journey. And everybody, like I said, everybody's at different places, because I know most people don't, they just read the energy, they don't explain it. So because the energy isn't explaining what the journey is, but it's not for them to blame. I think most people don't understand. They don't know. Because like I said, I'm the only one that hear me talk about this. Like I know people know about light and shadow, and like I'm not saying I came up with that, because I think that when you are on the front line, when spirit puts you in a position, we all get the same information, but we lead people differently. So it's like when you go to classrooms, right? You have teachers, and it's like you got some fun teachers, they still know the information, but the way those kids learn might depend on what type of fun teacher you got. You got the fun teacher that's just there to get their paycheck, right? Or you got the fun teacher that, like, so they let you do whatever. But they're still giving you information. It's just like, here's the classwork. If y'all get it done, then you'll get graded by this time. But they're not really like teaching you, but they're giving you the information. There's like, here's the book, here's the paperwork, da da da. Right? There's some readers like that. Then you got the readers who they really are tapped in, but they reading the energy. So they're picking up on twin flame energy, counterpart energy, but they're not explaining it. You get me? But they are gifted. They're doing their job. Some readers are just like also motivational. You get me? But then I think that it's rare to have readers who are actually teaching you what the journey is and how to figure out your intuition and the different connections. So I feel like a lot of people are confused. A lot of people don't grow on this journey. They just really get stagnant because it's like you have to be very, very strong to even break through some things. Because before spirit made everything clear to me in the beginning of my journey, even when I met my twin flame, and I know the bond because I had it with him, right? It feels like it doesn't matter no matter what. You can't break away. That's your person. But it's like, I had a promise to myself about my standards. So I'm like, I always was like, twin flame or not, I don't give a fuck. If you stress me the fuck out and you don't give me what I want in a partner, you're not even a thought. The second you show me that I'm not important to you, the second you play with my heart, you are not a thought. And that's just so when people were stuck like that, I never understood, because I'm like, do you not love yourself? But I do, but they think I don't get the bond, and I'm like, I do get the bond, but the bond don't overrule me. But I think it's the illusion we are fed when we start this journey, and it's like, your twin flame, you're supposed to be with your twin flame, and it's like, that's so dangerous to me, because it's like, no, people don't know who they twin flame are, or their shadow twin, or that we have multiple, or so if they meet a powerful connection and that connection is toxic and they assume this is my twin flame, even if it is, then they're more prone to be stuck and accepting BS from that person, because every time they hear a good reading, their heart is hoping it's them changing. But that's the practicality that y'all missing, because even if you feel something, that means nothing. Right now, I can be angry on the inside, but if I'm not showing you that, my feeling, that anger don't matter. It don't matter because it's not affecting you. But if I'm over here showing up that way, like, I don't want to do these readings and y'all gonna feel it, y'all gonna see it. That's when it matters. So if somebody's not showing up the way you need them to, that's all the information you need. You don't even need a reading. Move the fuck on. That's your answer, right? Choose you, love you, spend time with you, because if something is for you and it's right, it's not gonna be stressing you out. It's not gonna overwhelm you. And a lot of the time, spirit is telling us we just don't want to listen to the signs because of our desire. We want it. Because I got signs when I was with my twin flame. Like, I got so many signs that he was wearing a mask. I kept getting this card that kept saying deceptive, deceptive. And I kept making an excuse for it. I'm like, oh, it's his self-deception. And spirit is like, no, you dumbass. He's deceptive. But I'm like, no. Yeah. So I'm just being real, y'all. Like, it's not about money for me. I need to eat, so I'm a charge. But I could tell y'all that, like, if something stresses you the fuck out, move the fuck on. Because It don't, even if it's counterpart's gonna stress you out too if you let them. But it's really you learning to take control of your life and looking at what that connection is teaching you. What is it bringing up out in you? But like I said, that's why I offer the readings, because sometimes y'all can't see it. That's okay. But twin flames, they do something specifically. Like, everything that you're feeling right now has to do with who they are as a person, but who they are as a person is also a reflection of you on the inside. So something about you is chaotic on the inside as well, because that person create conflict in your life. So it's something in you where it's the way you deal with conflict. You get what I'm saying? It's like, it's the way you deal with conflict. It's mirrored the same way, because they might have a pattern that they do that is hard to let go. But just by me, because I'm also a psychologist, so I don't need to do a reading. I could just listen and see the situation. So it's like by you feeling frantic about it, overwhelmed about it, that shows me how you handle conflict, right? So you have a pattern as well when it comes to how you handle conflict. You do the same thing. He does the same thing. So y'all both doing the same thing. It's just in a different way. So then when they're doing it, you're pointing the finger at them because they're not doing it the way you doing it. But it's an internal wound that you both have, to where it's like it's being mirrored out in the flesh. But the conflict has to do with the way y'all both handle things. It's a pattern y'all both need to break. Your pattern is to not let them back in unless they make that serious change. You get me? And they need to show you that, because when you're graceful and you're giving them opportunities, it's like they're not really showing you any real progress. That's the pattern. With them, it's like they'll hear what they need to do. They might even work on themselves a little bit, but then they'll backslide right into the same thing because it's a comfort zone. It's like a baby, if they're sucking their thumb, right? And the mom and dad is trying to get them to stop sucking the thumb. They could put all kind of thing on that thumb to like stop the baby from sucking the thumb, but then eventually it's like the baby might just go wash their hand off and go put it right back. But it'll work for a couple hours, right? But then they go put it right back in their mouth when nobody looking, or they backslide. And so sometimes it's like we need to have patience when people are growing and when we're growing. But then there's also times where it's like, are we having patience for the right thing? Are we sacrificing ourselves for the wrong thing? Like it's a sacrifice when I'm showing up here. That's my energy I'm giving away, pulling, right? But I'm sacrificing that for a good cause. It's benefiting other people. So, but if I was just doing it for nothing, like, then it wouldn't be beneficial, right? So it's like those wounds are hidden. Those patterns are hidden, but they're always there. It's a clinging. Y'all both cling to things. You need to learn to detach. You got to soothe yourself, right? So it's like that baby, like I breastfed my kids and they would use my nipple as comfort. They never sucked pacifiers. My nipple was their pacifier. So they would fall asleep, everything. And then they would, as soon as I would try to move them, they start up again. Because it's like, no, 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 no. No, you're going to put me down. You're going to put me into bed. Right? And then even me, it's like I would be tired, but then it's comforting for me and my child. It's like we're bonded. So it would be hard to break the pattern, but it's like, I need to put y'all in y'all bed. Y'all getting big. Y'all 2 years old. Like, you get me? My 6-year-old still lay on my chest like a baby when she go to sleep. But I breastfed my kids for so long, and like we had that bond, right? So it's like you gotta, when you're detaching, it's hard. It's hard to detach. When we're detaching, it's like it's torture. It's painful. It hurts. It's overwhelming. But that's how you know you have an attachment issue, because it hurts so much to detach. that detachment just looks like I don't want to lose you. I want to love you. I want to give to you, but you're not clinging to me. You're not doing it right. You keep hurting me. But then it's like that old wound, that old pattern is to keep clinging to it, hoping it's going to change, hoping it's going to change, looking for that change, and it doesn't. When it's not changing, that's your proof. That's your proof. Even while laying down sleeping, Nani. Sorry, y'all, I wasn't reading the comments because I was just talking. No contact drive me crazy. I'm in isolation, but starting to go out now. Good. I do it. I do. And everything you're saying, think I was easier for him, and I just want to go home to him. Yep. Never changes. Yep. You're not blabbling. You talking the truth. You talking the truth. I've been there, so I get it. I get it. But that's why I learned. Like, I was in love with my twin flame, my first twin flame. That's why the second one didn't get it like that, because the first one taught me it don't matter what you feel for somebody. If they not changing, you need to get the hell up out of there. They gonna keep hurting you. My first twin flame, I loved him from 13 to 29. And I got married at 21. They were not the same person. I got married to a soulmate. But in my heart, I always kept my twin flame near. And when I was 29, I reached out to him because and see, my twin manifested me because he was always in love with me, but he just never chose me. That's the thing that we feel as high priestess. I know they love me. I know they want me. I know they feel the bond. That don't matter. They also love their ego. They also love their image. They also love where they're at. They don't want to do the work to be with you because they require more. So that's what I kept feeling. And then I thought, oh, I'm getting this divorce. We're going to be together. He was in another relationship. The girl was pregnant. And he had another opportunity to choose me, and he didn't. He wanted to make me a side, though. Like, you get me? If I would have let him, he would have did it. But he couldn't, because I told you, I was married. When I go from being married, you think I'm going to settle for a side piece? You tripping. I gave him an opportunity because in my mind, it was like, I just popped up out of nowhere into your life. You had something going on, so I'm not judging you for that. But I also watched him. Are you going to do the right thing? Are you going to leave her and try with me? Or are you going to do the same things that you did in the past? He was the one that hurt me in the past. That's why I got married to somebody else, because he threw me away. Like, he didn't choose me, right? So even me coming back to him years later, that was what, about 10 years later or something? Like, no, it was about 7 years. But that's how deep love be. When you're loyal, that's how deep you love. You'll hold on to some shit, be married to somebody else, still loving somebody, feeling like they're the one. No, that's just an attachment because that person gave you something that you lacked at that time. My twin flame gave me emotional fulfillment. I'm an emotional person. So I wanted him all the time because my ex-husband didn't give me emotions. My ex-husband was so rigid. He was so like clinical about everything, logical, that hurted me because he just saw me as an emotional creature. He didn't really like understand that I have a logic to me as well. But that bond that I had with that twin flame, no matter what we had, we always talked about everything. We were best friends. We were literally best friends before anything happened. Then we lost our virginities together. So that's when the intimacy changed. So we always had this confusing relationship about like, I already loved you because you're my best friend. But now like, I'm in love with you. And we were kids. That was my first love. And I was his first love. I know I was his first love, right? So we always had that attachment that was just like, even if we were with anybody else, it was still always us because we were each other's first. And we were childhood. So anybody that came after that, it's like you're always going to be second to that. Even if we didn't choose each other, because we knew what the bond was. And no matter how long it's been, when we would come back together, it was like we just continued where we left off. Like no time had ever gotten away. So I'm telling y'all, when I tell y'all I get it, I understand. That was my foolish moment. That was my longest time ever being stuck on somebody because I didn't know no better. And then I didn't know about spirituality. I didn't know about twin flames. I just knew I had this bond to this person no matter what, no matter who I'm with, I can't stop wanting them. But then that was separation, right? Because the last time I seen him was 21. So 21 was the separation. Then I got married, I got pregnant. I got in that commitment, and then I had to heal, get over him, the loss of him not choosing me. And my ex-husband knew. He knew all of this stuff because he was in between it. But he wanted me. He knew I was a good woman, so he wanted to marry me, and he thought that I would love him because he knew I was loyal. Even if I was crying over somebody else, I wasn't gonna go cheat. You get me? But I still had pain. So he was patient, but the love never went away. The love never went away. And it didn't go away because my ex-husband didn't make it go away. Not because I was stuck on that person. I just couldn't find anything better than what he had given me emotionally. So if I would have learned myself and knew myself, then I would have known that I'm someone who needs a king of cups. I'm someone who needs a man to express his emotions, or I'm not going to be happy. Took me 10 years to find that out in that marriage. So I left the marriage, went back to the person who gave me the emotional fulfillment, but he was still immature. He still wasn't ready to choose what he wanted. So that was the time that I said, but I needed to be with my ex-husband, you see, so that I could grow and I could, because regardless of what me and my ex-husband went through, he loved me. He loved me, right? He just wasn't emotionally there, but he cared about me. He didn't cheat on me. He worked as hard as he could. Like, he praised me, everything I did, everywhere I went. Like, he cared as much as he could. He still had his trauma, right? But it felt like partnership. It didn't feel like I wanted to be in love. I was in love with the first twin. And see, even though he hurted me, I still stayed in love because it wasn't about what he had or any of those things. It was about how he made me feel, right? And then holding on to those feelings. But then boom, how I got past it. I got past it when he kept trying to see me, but I told him we could be friends, you know, because I'm giving him room to make his decision. And I guess his girlfriend found out. Like, yeah, I'm trying not to get all into it because I don't want to make this super long, but I guess his girlfriend found out. And then he started avoiding me. So I asked him what was going on with him. Like, was I in the way of their relationship? If I was, I'm perfectly okay stepping back. Remember, I wasn't doing nothing with him. I was being his friend. But he said his girl didn't have no problem with him having friends, which I knew was a lie. I'm like, if she knew who I am to you, I think she would have a problem with it. She don't know that we have history, like our childhood. We went to prom together. Like, that was my best friend. You get me? So we literally did everything together. And then she found out, blah, blah, blah. And then I was following him on IG and he knew that. And then I seen in his story, or he made a post, one of them, where he proposed to her. And it's like, and then I got hurt because it was like, even as a friend, he already broke my heart before, but it was like, even as a friend, you couldn't have just said that. But I don't think he wanted to propose to her. I'll just be honest with y'all. What I know, we all know I'm a high priestess. So what I know is that because she had his sons, you know, he went through things with his father. His dad was in jail his entire childhood. He didn't want to live that life. He wanted to be in his kid's life. So I get it. I always got it. I always understood. It was never about love. But it was the choice that he made. You chose that. You chose to stick with the image rather than going after your heart. So he chose to stay there. And I understood his reasons for why he did it. But it still hurt. It still stung. Because it was like, damn, you had another opportunity and you did it again. You can't get your ass out of this one. So I sent him another message and I was like, you know what? We both know we can't be friends. I respect marriage. So I'm going to let you go. And this was early in my journey. And I remember a reader was like, when I was watching all these readings about twin flames and stuff, they're like, they're going to be back. Like, you're meant to be with this person. It might be like a year or two or something. He came back in 2 years' time, right? And I blocked him. I didn't even speak. Blocked. But I knew he hadn't fully grown, but I knew what it was. It was like he missed me and he knew, you know, and then it's like, but what I realized and I learned was that I always knew he loved me. I'll always be in his heart. It was never about that. It was about what fitted him, and it was going to be too much to choose me. It was going to be too much. And our families were different. Our families aren't the same. You get me? So in reality, it's like he made his choice and I made mine. But I was already so different because I didn't let a bond hold me down. I didn't let a bond hold me back. I said I want to manifest exactly what it is that I want in a person. I want love. I want to be cherished. The same way you go out of your way to keep up with this fake facade. I don't want that though. I want something real. You get me? I don't want somebody that just get with me because they think I'm pretty and I'm a trophy wife. Like, but then they cheating on me on the side. I never want to be that person. So if you can't love me right, you just can't love me. You can't have me. I don't want your love. That shit is toxic. Keep it away from me. What he put in his baby mama through, that would have been me in her position when he got me. Because I'm teaching him that I settle for anything that he do. It don't matter how much time go by. You can have me. So while we over here loving them, they not always thinking like, oh, she love me. They're thinking about how it benefits them. You get what I'm saying? So it don't matter what the bond is. If that shit stress you out, move the hell on. Now, counterparts, they do the same thing in a different way, though. Just like the storyline that we read, that's how counterparts think. Some of y'all confuse y'all twin flames with counterparts because y'all thinking that they're doing that work. Y'all hoping, but y'all don't see no evidence of that. You haven't even met the counterpart yet because you still bonded to the twin flame thinking it's them. You got to see that. Don't believe something you don't see. That's why I tell y'all when y'all listen to these readings, look at them. And I'm not saying y'all doing that specifically. I'm just talking in general, right? Take what resonates. But when I'm telling y'all that is because I understand. I've been in the position of the student or the person watching tarot, and I know how it affects you. That's why I tell y'all, take these readings as lessons, something you can learn from. Don't take it as this is my story, because you don't know what your story is until it plays out, right? And you don't want to keep yourself stagnant. So be open to changing your perspective. Be open to just going down a different direction for yourself, because you are worthy of being loved. You are worthy of being seen, given to, provided for, all of those things that you want. The only person stopping you is you. Being hooked on something that you don't know. You get me? Just know that if a man wants to, he will. If somebody wants to, they will. They will. You don't know what he is, don't worry. And see, and that's even a better way to look at it, because I'm not fixated on titles either. Like, I just break it down because majority of people get on this journey and they're like, oh, my twin flame, oh, my twin flame, false twin flame, true counterpart. But my interpretation of the journey and the way I break it down is to kind of limit the confusion. I'm trying to be a different voice that's not telling people like, this your person, that's your person. No, that's for you to decide. Because this journey, for one, ain't about like who did who wrong. It's about what you're manifesting. But you have to be in the right energy for it, and they have to be in the right energy for it. So it's full of lessons. Yeah, it's full of lessons. It's very, very difficult. It's a difficult journey. May the strong survive. It's a difficult journey. And even my counterpart, I've gone through things with my counterpart, you know. But I can't say too much because both my twin flame and my counterpart watch me. Yeah, I know y'all watch me. I know they watch me. I know I've seen the evidence of it. So it's like I can't talk too much about them, but because they can't watch me and then feel like they're gonna get information out of me thinking that these are my storylines. I still have choices to make. And that don't mean I'm gonna make the choice that they think I'm gonna make, right? But that don't mean that they not supposed to still do what they supposed to do. So I can't tell y'all everything, but with counterparts, it's like, I mean, you do have multiple, but I feel like if somebody make mistakes and they're willing to see things from your perspective and they change, that's a person to choose, right? Because it's not about perfection. Like, understanding is the key. Understanding, it matters to the reasons to why people do certain things. But if somebody just intentionally just like play with your heart, string you along, save you for later, you get me, villainize you, then it's like, that's not somebody to give a chance to. So regardless if you know if a person is twin flame or counterpart, that's the reading we had in the Patreon today. It was about that. It's like, regardless, I don't think I said it in those words though, but that's the concept. It's like, regardless of who a person is to you, whether it's your twin flame or your counterpart, you still got to choose yourself. So it don't matter. Like, it don't matter. You'll find out in the end what's right for you because you're choosing yourself. So just know that if it stresses you out, it gotta go. It gotta go. Take your energy back. Call it all back. And you'll have your peace. But anyways, y'all, I think my twin found you though. So he been watching LOL. Oh my God. Nani, that's so funny. And he's your baby daddy too, girl. You probably the one that got trapped a long time ago in them readings. Them readings be scaring the hell out of me. I be like, damn. I mean, I'm not in there. I ain't doing nothing, but I be scared. I be scared for y'all that's dealing with them. I'm like, dude. But then some of y'all be like, it's already happened. Some of y'all be like, damn, it just happened to me. They got me. They got me. Because they thought they were going to get success off of your ass. I don't like that. But see, that's how twins be. They so evil. They so evil. They definitely be using you. Mine's definitely used me. And he tried to play it off so good too, like he was gonna pay me back. He's like, man, we gonna have everything. You don't even gotta worry about paying me back. I mean, me paying you back, because I'm gonna give you way more than that. Like, whoo, boy, gassed me up so good. But I'm thankful. Go ahead, twin. I'm thankful because you created a monster. You just don't know. You just don't. I'm silent with it, but you created a monster. Can't nobody get nothing over me. Can't nobody get nothing over me. Especially with my destiny. Like, I'm glad that the gold diggers revealed themselves, because I know how to check for one. And then I trust my abilities, my gifts. I ain't giving my love to no gold digger. But he definitely got me. I got played. I got played. And I didn't listen to nobody tell me nothing about my man. He said he should have got me pregnant again. Oh my God. He really was trying to tie your ass down. Davy Slick, Rick. Anyways, I love you guys. Y'all know this nose is tripping. I'm about to go do these zodiacs before it become another day of me not doing them. I want to get them done for the month of October so I could get back to doing like the monthly forecast. And then that way you guys know what you need to work through. So it's something, right? It's like I'm trying to make it beneficial to where y'all learn. So with the zodiacs, it's more so focused on lessons y'all need to learn as a collective. And then whatever comes out with the collectives is what we do on the live tabs. In the homepage, the ones that I just download from TikTok. But yeah, it's like y'all will at least have those zodiac readings there. And then if you ever need a personal, you have the personal availability. So we working it out. But again, if you guys resonate with the reading, do me a favor, hit that like button. Thank you guys for always being supportive. I love you guys, and I will see you guys next time.